Good cheer to all. Many times we have told you that 25th of December that you all celebrate with so much enthusiasm and delight is not our birthday. We were not born on this day at all. But does that make any difference? And the reason why we bring this up is to bring to your awareness that events take on the importance you give them. A day is important and significant because you make it so, not because we were born or not born. One more example to show you how important you are. One more example to prove to you that the joy of a day is of your making, but so is the despair. Events do not make you happy. Neither do events make you sad. You might disagree, because were you not joyous when your child was born? Were you not sad when your parent passed away into light? So you would disagree. But we shall continue to reiterate. Events do not make you happy. Your reaction to the event does. Events do not make you sad. Your reaction to the event does. If you were to remain unmoved, without reaction, no event would have the power to make you happy or sad. In fact, ascension is the ability to transcend and move beyond reaction. Many of you misunderstand when you are told about the world and humanity moving into light and into ascension. You believe by that statement that events shall change. Events shall not change. Events shall remain events. If we tell you that you have evolved, does it mean that all those events that you had faced 5 years ago do not still take place? They still do. But you do not react to those events. Stop resisting what cannot be changed. Events shall be. A quarrel is an event. A joyous celebration is an event. A joyous celebration may or may not make you happy. Happiness is your reaction to the joyous celebration. Lack of reaction, which certainly does not translate to unhappiness, lack of reaction would make you participate in the joyous celebration with as much energy, but without feeling the reaction of happy. If you have no reaction, the energy of the joyous celebration will last you far longer, because you have moved beyond reaction and have carried the energy of the event with you. But if the joyous celebration makes you happy, it is very possible that in a few hours there could be another event that shall steal you of that happiness. When you react, you do not carry the energy of the event with you. What you carry with you is the energy of your reaction. And that is why 2016 has been a roller coaster ride. There is not one in this room who was able to meet every moment of 2016 without reaction. So what you did was leave behind the vital energy of its experiences, and instead you took with you your reactionary energy. And that energy pulled you up and pulled you down, and you blamed 2016. But 2016 is also just an event. It was an event that helped you, that pushed you, that urged you, and very often kicked you to make a transition. To make a transition is to shift from one position that you occupy to another position that you are being encouraged to occupy. Transition takes place in the present moment. It keeps in mind that you have taken this position in the present moment due to the effect of past events and your reaction to them. But the transition is neither made in the past nor in the future. 2016 pushed you.
That was for you.
And she wanted to whack up. That shall also be only an event. And that is why, beloved, energies that have left their human form behind, so far behind that there is no memory of it either, are not moved by either a whack or a kiss. Embraces do not make us happy. Whacks do not anger us. For we can see that both are only events. And as soon as an event is over, then its energy can be carried within or left behind. The event is over as soon as the embrace is over. The event is over as soon as the whack has been administered. But you shall continue to feel a sense of thrill when your lover embraces you. And you carry that thrill with you for the next several hours. What you have carried with you is not the event, but the energy of your reaction to that event. And the same is true for the anger that you feel when you are whacked. So 2016 pushed you to shift your position. Sometimes unknowingly, you get rooted on the same spot and you try very hard to shift, but you are unable to shift. When the universal energy, your higher souls, see the roots that are tying you down and stopping you from making the transition, they create events for you. So there could be a person who could enter here and with what you might believe, very rudely push you out of your place. And what will she do? She will react. And what shall happen then? She shall come right back and take her old position without recognizing that this person who had so-called rudely pushed her has been her greatest friend. Now, if she had not reacted, if she had continued to allow the energy of the event to remain with her, in less than 5 minutes, and we repeat this, in less than 5 minutes, she would have been cognizant of the role this person had played. All it takes is 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, if you do not react, you are able to carry the energy of the event. But when do you react? In the first 5 minutes.
Can we ask something? How do you experience the event, the energy of the event without reacting?
By experiencing the push, by shifting your position to another place, but most importantly, by not blaming, by viewing this so-called rude person as a messenger of God. And we use this term deliberately. We use this term messenger of God deliberately because you still are unable to shift your position from the belief that there is a one entity called God. And so till you remain in that position, we shall continue to use the words, you shall understand.
But I am God, what about that?
If you truly believed that, then there would be no reaction. The first 5 minutes would be filled in complete understanding. Now, the event of 2016 has done its work. Have you shifted your position? Have you not? That 2016 cannot answer. It has to give way to 2017. Yet another event. 2017 is not a year of change. You seem bewildered. It is a year of transformation. There is a very big difference between change and transformation. Change takes its reference from the past. Transformation takes its reference from a future that you wish to create. 2017 has nothing to do with anything that has gone on before. All those doors are shut. You are looking on your believed January 1st, 2017 at the practical earthly dawn of a new age of consciousness. What we have been promising you for over a decade is less than 3 weeks away. All old doors are shut. We repeat. Will you allow them to be shut? That is not in our control. We have no universal right over your choice. if there is one door or more that you choose to keep open, that shall be honored by the universe, and you shall continue to experience the energies that come through that door and the events that shall follow. If you choose to close all doors, on January 1st, 2017, you shall look at yourself first and then at all others with the eyes of a new conscious being. As those doors shut, spend a few minutes or a few hours before that, shutting your own eyes of the present. Consciously shut them. As they shut, ask your memory to bring up all memories that are coming through the open doors. Make note of all those memories. Those memories are your open doors. With your eyes shut, close those doors. Bring the persons who you have shared that space with and begin to see them as the God that you are. He may be miles away, but He is the God you are. If you can shut that door, you shall experience a joy you did not know you could experience. "2017 is the year of transformation. Not merely shifting your position as compared to what your position was in the past. It is about taking a position that you know shall create the future that you wish for. Can you understand this immense difference? So if you know that what you wish for demands that you move from this position to that, then 2017 is the year to make that transformation. Do not concern yourself with the past except to let it go. It's debris. It's a structure that has collapsed. You are surrounded by broken stones and concrete that is of no use, but you hold on to it as though it was some solid shelter. And we tell you it is not. All around you, even as we speak, lies the debris of your past. And each night you curl up amongst the rubble feeling secure in the rubble. When we tell you now that in 2017, you have the power to take a position, whatever position it might be, you have the power to take a position to create the future you wish to experience. But leave the rubble. You cannot build with it anymore. When buildings fall, do you use that same rubble to rebuild a new building? Then why do you do this to yourself? No, December 25th is not our birthday, but it can be yours. But it can be yours. Do you have the conviction in who you are to be the Christ?
Yes.
To be the Christ, the anointed one. You can be anointed as well, if that is what you choose. And if you should choose that, then on December 25th, sit for a few moments with your head down. Not in despair, not in shame, but in receiving the sacred, divine oil that anoints you. The oil of divine grace, the oil of divine hope, the oil of divine faith, the oil of loving thoughts, the oil of loving souls. Let that oil drip over you, anointing you as the Christ. And that shall be Christmas. Not the birthday of a man, but your spiritual rebirthing. And then that celebration is far more joyous. And then eat the turkey and the cake and ring the bells and have a dance and drink some wine and get a little bit drunk. For you have become the Christ. And on that note, let us understand all these beautiful symbols of Christmas, so that generations to come shall decorate that Christmas tree knowing why each item is upon that tree. What does it mean? These are not mere toys and baubles. The bells are celestial music. When angels come to you, there is heavenly music. The bells symbolize opening the doors to the angelic choir so that they can take their place in your home and in your heart, singing their angelic songs all the time. The tree itself, beloveds, is sacred geometry. Look at it again. You missed the sacred geometry of the tree. from the one to the many. But whenever you choose from the many to the one, it is sacred geometry. And that beautiful star on top of the tree is the star of divine mind, the Christ consciousness, the wisdom that comes from the core of source. And what about the beloved reindeer? Oh, why are they not your favorite? For the reindeer are the messengers of God that in all humility serve you only to bring you gifts, asking for not even milk in return. The reindeer pull the loads, not so that they get the reward, but so that you get the gift. Can you be a reindeer for someone else? Whether you want the red nose or not, it's up to you. And what about that romantic mistletoe? Not very romantic, for truly the mistletoe is a symbol of healing. The ancients used the mistletoe to heal. And where there was infertility, to bring creativity. And so when you are under the mistletoe, the yin and yang come together in joyful embrace. Isn't that healing? And what about plump, jolly Santa Claus? He truly is yet another messenger of God. But he represents the laughter of the universe, the joy of the universe, the magnanimity of the universe. And it's all there for you, whether you're naughty or nice. And the wreath is your crown. Crown yourselves as the Christ. It represents that there is not one human being who does not deserve a wreath. But this crown no one can give you. You must take it, and with humility but pride wear that crown. For if you don't, if there is vanity or shame or conceit, that wreath can turn into a crown of thorns. And what about the candy canes? They are the staff of the shepherd, where the universe tells you that however hard the road might be, there is always a strong staff in your hand which shall carry you through the roughest terrain. And the candy canes are sweet to remind you that though The going is tough. At the end of the road is something sweet. It is symbolic, yes. But if while decorating that tree, you can remember each symbol, by the time you have finished decorating the tree, you shall be in a different space of consciousness. So we shall leave you now only with a reminder. Christmas is not about us. It is about you. When you are reborn, we shall celebrate. And we are looking forward to that. "2017 will not open doors for you. You shall open doors for yourself. 2017 shall not close any doors for you. You shall close them yourself. Use the coming days to celebrate yourself. You are worthy of celebration. You are so beautiful. And the light that you emit is brighter than the light of any star upon any tree. But your eyes are used to seeing the light outside, glaring, harsh, gaudy excuse of light. Just as every child waits for Santa, there is a child of God waiting for you. Waiting for you to be their Santa. Waiting for you to be their Christ. Waiting for you to be their Savior. Stop, beloveds. Stop focusing on me. The I am consciousness is also a shut door. Yes, that surprises you. The I am consciousness is also a shut door. For 2017 is the consciousness of we are. If you will use every day of 2017 to be a Santa to someone, or the Christ to someone, or a Savior to someone, just one, you shall meet here again after 365 days and tell us what a joyous year we have had. You create your events. Do not let events create you. You create your events. Every morning, spend 5 to 10 minutes to deciding, what event shall I create today? Am I going to create a fight? Am I going to create resolution? Am I going to create laughter? Am I going to create despair?
I'm going to create winning my court.
Whatever you wish to create. And she is absolutely right. Your choice of creation could be something extremely earthly, very material. Do not feel ashamed to create that. For you live on earth, you live in a material world. Do not feel ashamed to create that. Once you have made that choice in the first 10 minutes of awakening, in the first 10 minutes of awakening, once you have made the choice of the day, then whatever other events have been created by others shall leave you unmoved. Remember the first 5 minutes? The first 5 minutes. No reaction means the energy of that event has been imbibed by you, and you shall use that energy to create the event of your choice, your event of the day.
So we can choose to create harmony every day.
You can choose that every day. You can choose something different every day.
The 5 minutes as soon as you get up.
The first 10 minutes of awakening. The first 5 minutes that we spoke of, beloved, are the 5 minutes that must be absent of reaction to any event.
Supposing you wake up in the middle of the night, is that considered the first waking?
No. The awakening is when you wake up
To get out of
and
bed.
then you are going to get out of bed to start your day.
So we can start from tomorrow.
Of course. But first, remember to close the doors. Remember to close the doors. There's a lot of energy still coming in through those doors. Shut, 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 shut.
We just say we close all the... That one you have to say each.
You have to allow the memories to come up. Only then shall you be cognizant of the doors that are open.
So if your body still reacts to those memories,
Then that door is still open.
but then
Shut
it's in
it
your
every day.
But
Shut it
You
every
can
day.
shut a few every day.
Yes, you can shut the same one every day.
Yeah, but we can shut like 10, 15.
Yes,
and
you
10.
can shut as many as you wish.
Now, if all of us started behaving like this, there'd be no need for earth.
Oh, there is absolute need for earth. Never undervalue this beautiful planet. There is tremendous need for earth. Which planet has allowed itself to be used for negativity to flourish so that positivity can be eternal? The earth is blessed. She is sacred. She is holy. We hold her up to reverence. She not only allows negativity to thrive, but in service, she takes that negativity into herself. That is true Christ consciousness.
She's also ascending, and she's also transforming.
Of course.
And all her kingdoms are also
Of
these.
course. have a joyous Christmas. All beloved Christs here. And may 2017 give you the vision to empower others, to open their doors. I am is done. We are is here to stay. Celebrate. 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 Celebrate who you are. Take a picture of yourself and put it up on that tree. For you are the Christ. The Christ that walks. The Christ that talks. The Christ that loves. The Christ that gives courage. The Christ that makes wounded hearts whole again.